Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, September 5th, 2022. Today I'm going to recap the weekend's college football, Major League Baseball, Wnba Playoffs, and Major League Soccer games, and look ahead to today's games in college football and baseball. We'll go over the results from U.S. Open for the weekend as well as NASCAR, and look ahead to today's U.S. Open. And then NFL kicker rankings I have for you, news and notes, and best bet. College football will start the show today. We'll go over the results from the weekend and look ahead to tonight's game. So Friday night, number 15, Michigan State over Western Michigan, 35-13. Michigan State 1-0, Western Michigan 0-1. Eastern Michigan over Eastern Kentucky, 42-34. Eastern's 1-0, and Eastern Kentucky's 0-1. Old Dominion upsets Virginia Tech, 20-17. Old Dominion 1-0, Virginia Tech 0-1. Wnba upsets Charlotte 41-24. Wnba 1-0, Charlotte 0-1. Duke over Temple 30-0. Duke's 1-0, Temple's 0-1. Kansas over Tennessee Tech 56-10. Kansas 1-0, Tennessee Tech 0-1. Indiana over Illinois 23-20. Indiana is 1-0. Illinois is 1-1. TCU over Colorado 38-13. TCU 1-0. Colorado 0-1. Saturday, number 6 Texas A&M over Sam Houston 31-0. A&M 1-0, Sam Houston 0-1. Number 8, Michigan over Colorado State 51-7. Michigan 1-0, Colorado State 0-1. Number 13, NC State over East Carolina 21-20. NC State 1-0, ECU 0-1. UConn over Central Connecticut State 28-3. UConn 1-1, Central Connecticut 0-1. Iowa over South Dakota State 7-3. And the 7 wasn't even a touchdown. It was 2 safeties and a field goal, which is ridiculous. Iowa 1-0, South Dakota State 0-1. Maryland over Buffalo 31-10. Maryland 1-0. Buffalo 0-1. Rutgers over Boston College 22-21. Rutgers 1-0. BC 0-1. North Carolina upsets Appalachian State. It's weird saying that. 63-61. North Carolina 2-0. App State 0-1. Delaware over Navy 14-7. Delaware 1-0. Navy 0-1. Virginia over Richmond 34-17. Virginia 1-0. Richmond 0-1. Air Force over Northern Iowa 48-17. Air Force 1-0. Northern Iowa 0-1. Iowa State over Southeast Missouri State, 42-10. Iowa State 1-0, Southeast Missouri State 0-1. UCLA over Bowling Green, 45-17. UCLA 1-0, Bowling Green 0-1. The Chick-fil-A kickoff, number 3 Georgia over number 11 Oregon, 49-3. Georgia 1-0, Oregon 0-1. Number 9 Oklahoma over UTEP, 45-13. Oklahoma 1-0, UTEP 0-1. Number 16 Miami over Bethune, 70-13. Miami 1-0, Bethune 0-1. Number 19, Arkansas over number 23, Cincinnati, 31-24. Arkansas 1-0, Cincy 0-1. Number 24, Houston over UTSA, 37-35. In triple overtime, Houston 1-0, UTSA 0-1. Arizona upsets San Diego State, 38-20. Arizona 1-0, San Diego State 0-1. Nebraska over North Dakota, 38-17. Nebraska 1-0, North Dakota 0-1. Marshall over Norfolk State, 55-3. Marshall 1-0, Norfolk 0-1. Wyoming over Tulsa, 40-37 in double overtime. Wyoming 1-0, Tulsa 0-1. Number 21, Ole Miss over Troy, 28-10. Ole Miss 1-0, Troy 0-1. Number 25, BYU over South Florida, 50-21. BYU 1-0, South Florida 0-1. Cal over UC Davis, 34-13. Cal 1-0, UC Davis 0-1. South Alabama over Nichols, 48-7. South Alabama 1-0, Nichols 0-1. Nevada over Texas State, 38-14. Nevada 1-0, Texas State 0-1. Number 14, USC over Rice, 66-14. USC 1-0, Rice 0-1. Georgia Southern over Morgan State, 59-7. Georgia Southern 1-0. Morgan State 0-1. Ohio over Florida Atlantic, 41-38. Ohio 1-0. FAU 0-1. James Madison over Middle Tennessee, 44-7. JMU 1-0. Middle 0-1. Florida upsets number 7 Utah, 29-26. Florida 1-0. Utah 0-1. Number 10 Baylor over Albany, 69-10. Baylor 1-0. Albany 1-0 or 0-1. Number 18 Wisconsin over Illinois State, 38-0. Wisconsin 1-0, Illinois State 0-1. Number 20, Kentucky over Miami of Ohio, 37-13. Kentucky 1-0, Miami of Ohio 0-1. And by the way, I made a mistake. Nebraska 1-1. I forgot they lost to Northwestern. Auburn over Mercer 42-16. Auburn 1-0, Mercer 0-1. Vandy over Alon 42-31. Vandy 1-0, Alon 1-1 or 0-1. Or Vandy's 2-0. They won against Hawaii last weekend, or 2 weekends ago. Kansas State over South Dakota, 34-0. Kansas State 1-0. South Dakota 0-1. Coastal Carolina over Army 38-28. Coastal 1-0, Army 0-1. Liberty over Southern Miss 29-27 to quadruple overtime. Liberty 1-0, Southern Miss 0-1. Tulane over UMass 42-10. Tulane 1-0, UMass 0-1. Louisiana over Southeast Louisiana 24-7. Louisiana 1-0, Southeast Louisiana 0-1. Arkansas State over Grambling 58-3. Arkansas State 1-0, Grambling 0-1. Number 1 Alabama over Utah State 55-0. Alabama 1-0, Utah State 1-1. Number 2 Ohio State over number 5 Notre Dame 21-10. Ohio State 1-0, Notre Dame 0-1. Mississippi State over Memphis 49-23. Miss State 1-0, Memphis 0-1. South Carolina over Georgia 35-14. South Carolina 1-0, Georgia State 0-1. SMU over North Texas 48-10. SMU 1-0, North Texas 1-1. Stanford over Colgate 41-10. Stanford 1-0, Colgate 0-1. Texas Tech over Murray State 63-10. Texas Tech 1-0, Murray 0-1. Texas over Louisiana Monroe 52-10. Texas 1-0, ULM 0-1. Syracuse upsets Louisville 31-7. Syracuse 1-0, Louisville 0-1. New Mexico over Maine 41-0. New Mexico 1-0, Maine 0-1. Washington State over Idaho 24-17. Washington State 1-0, Idaho 0-1. Oregon State over Boise State 34-17. Oregon State 1-0, Boise 0-1. Washington over Kent State 45-20. Washington 1-0, Kent 0-1. Western Kentucky over Hawaii 49-17. Western 2-0, Hawaii 0-2. And last night, Florida State over LSU 24-23 from New Orleans. Florida State 2-0, LSU 0-1 as LSU or survivor of the night was Florida State. And they survived because of an unlikely blocked extra point that would have tied the game for LSU. And yours truly was on over 50.5 in that game, so that was just a terrible beat. All right, so tonight's game, we have Clemson against Georgia Tech from Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Clemson is a 23.5 point favorite, total 50.5. And for this game, I'm going to go with, I hate this pick, but I like Georgia Tech getting the 23.5. I think they're going to be terrible, sure, but a lot of unknowns at Clemson. I could see this game being like 44-22, 33-11, 38-17, something along those lines. So I'm going to take Georgia Tech plus the 23.5. That's just too many points. I think Clemson does win by like 21, but I just think Georgia Tech covers. All right, now I'll move on to Major League Baseball. We will go over the games from the weekend and look ahead to today's games. And it's a holiday, so there's going to be some day games today, which is good. Friday, Blue Jays over the Pirates 4-0. Reds over the Rockies 3-2. Orioles over the A's 5-2. Tigers over the Royals 5-4. Rays over the Yankees 9-0. Mariners over the Guardians 6-1. Red Sox over the Rangers 9-1. Mets over the Nats 7-3. Braves over the Marlins 8-1. White Sox over the Twins 4-3. Cardinals over the Cubs 8-0. Astros over the Angels 4-2. D-backs over the Brewers 2-1. Padres over the Dodgers 7-1. The Giants over the Phillies 13-1. Saturday, Giants over the Phillies 5-4. Red Sox over the Rangers 5-3. Royals over the Tigers 12-2. Rays over the Yankees 2-1. Blue Jays over the Pirates 4-1. Orioles over the A's 8-1. Nats over the Mets 7-1. Cards over the Cubs 8-4. White Sox over the Twins 13-0. Mariners over the Guardians 4-0. Braves over the Marlins 2-1. Brewers over the Diamondbacks 8-6 and 10. Angels over the Astros 2-1 and 12 on a walk-off single by Matt Duffy. And the Dodgers over the Padres 12-1. Sunday's results: Blue Jays over the Pirates 4-3. Rockies over the Reds 8-4. Game 1 doubleheader. Braves over the Marlins 7-1. A's over the Orioles 5-0. Red Sox over the Rangers 5-2. Royals over the Tigers 3-2. Yanks over the Rays 2-1. Nats over the Mets 7-1. Twins over the White Sox 5-1. Cards over the Cubs 2-0. Mariners over the Guardians 6-3-11. Reds over the Rockies 10-0. Doubleheader game 2. Giants over the Phillies 5-3. Astros over the Angels 9-1. D-backs over the Brewers 5-1. And the Dodgers over the Padres 9-4. Now today's games at 12:30. You have the Mets at the Pirates from Pittsburgh. Taijuan Walker and Mitch Keller. Mets -210, Pirates +176, over under 8.5, -110 each way. Mets -1F is -130, Pirates +1F is +108. I'm going Pirates run line +1F and +108. Mitch Keller's been a little bit better, but I'm banking this off the percentages on ESPN Analytics. They're like 30-something. Twins, Yankees at 1. Chris Archer and Jameson Taillon. Yanks -168, Twins +142, over under 8.5, overs -106, unders -114. Twins -1F, or +1F is -144, Yankees -1F is +120. I like the over in this game. I feel like this is the time for the Yankee offense to break out. And no better opponent to do it than the franchise that they've absolutely owned over the last 20 years in the Minnesota Twins. Doubleheader game 1, Blue Jays Orioles. Kevin Gausman and Jordan Lyles, huge games here in Baltimore. These lines aren't posted yet, but Blue Jays will probably win this game. It's 59.5, 40.5, according to ESPN Analytics. 4 o'clock, Red Sox race from the Trop. Michael Wacha and Luis Patino. Rays -112, Red Sox -104, over under 7F, overs -115, unders -105. Red Sox -1F is +172, Rays +1F is -210. I'm going with the under. Don't feel good about it. Brewers Rockies. Adrian Hauser and Ryan Feltner. Brewers -134, Rockies +114, over under 11.5, overs -106, unders -114. Brewers -1F is +112, Rockies +1F is -134. I hate going with overs in games with the total this high, but I'm going with the over here. 4:15, Nationals, Cardinals, Anibal Sanchez and Jack Flaherty. So Jack Flaherty coming back for the Cardinals. They're -260, Nats +215, over under 8, overs -112, unders -108. Nats +1F is +105, Cardinals -1F is -126. I'm going with the over because we don't know what we're getting out of Jack Flaherty. 4:30, Blue Jays Orioles doubleheader game 2. Jose Barrios and Mike Baumann. This game is not posted yet either. It's 60-40 Blue Jays according to ESPN Analytics. 6:30, Diamondbacks Padres. Ryan Nelson making his debut against Blake Snell. Padres -230, D-backs +190, over under 8.5, overs -104, unders -118. D-backs +1F is -111, Padres -1F is -108. I like the over in this game. White Sox Mariners. Lance Lynn and Marco Gonzalez, so a 3:30 Pacific time start. White Sox -118, Mariners even money, over under 7.5, overs -102, unders -120. White Sox -1F is +146, Mariners +1F is -176. Mariners money line, even money, they're 53-47 in favor of, according to ESPN Analytics. 7 o'clock, you have the Rangers at the Astros. Martin Perez and Hunter Brown making his debut for Houston. Houston's -166, Texas is +140, over under 8, -110 each way. Texas +1F is -154, Astros -1F is +128. Because of the unknown of Brown, I like the over. Guardians Royals at 8. Tristan McKenzie and Brady Singer. Guardians -134, Royals +114, over under 7.5, overs even money, unders -122. Guardians -1F is +126, Royals +1F is -152. I'm going with the Royals at home, and they're +114, and it's 50.5, 49.5 in favor of the Guardians, so I see some value in the Royals. 9:30, Tigers Angels, Tyler Alexander and Jose Suarez. Angels minus 184. Tigers plus 154 over under 8.5. Minus 110 each way. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 130. Angels minus 1.5 is plus 108. I like the over. And last but not least, at 10 o'clock, you have the Giants at the Dodgers. Logan Webb against Andrew Heaney. The Dodgers minus 220. Giants plus 184 over under 8. Minus 110 each way. Giants plus 1.5 is minus 118. Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 102. I like the under in that game. All right, now we will go over the WNBA playoff results from yesterday. Game 3s. Sky over the Sun, 76-72 to take a 2-1 series lead. Candace Parker, 16 points, 11 boards in victory, and in defeat to Wnba Bonner, 18 points. Aces over the Storm, 110-98 in overtime in what was the game of the WNBA playoffs so far, although Vegas outscored Seattle 18-6 in overtime as the Aces take a 2-1 series lead. Aja Wilson, 34 points for Las Vegas. Brianna Stewart had 20 and 15 in defeat. So, 2 elimination games will be taking place tomorrow, so we'll preview and pick them on tomorrow's podcast. All right, Major League Soccer. Same drill. We'll go over the results from the weekend. We'll begin with Friday night Saturday. We didn't have any Friday games this week. Dallas over Minnesota 3-0. Columbus, Chicago 0-0 draw. Philadelphia over Red Bulls 2-0. Cincy over Charlotte 2-0. Nashville over Austin 3-0. Who would have thought these were all shutouts? And then Sunday, Portland over Atlanta 2-1. DC United over Colorado 0-0. CF Montreal over Toronto 4-3. Galaxy KC 2-2 draw. New England over NYCFC 3-0. Seattle over Houston 2-1. San Jose over Vancouver 2-0. And LAFC over Salt Lake 2-0. So we have a little over a month to go in the regular season. I just want to look at the table real quick because we have time. All right, so Philadelphia is running away with the East. They have 60 points. They're plus 42. They are definitely going to have home field advantage in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Montreal is probably sitting pretty in second. They do have a game in hand of Philly, but I don't think that matters at the end of the day. But what does matter is that they have a game in hand on the Red Bulls, who are in third at 47. NYCFC is in fourth at 45. NYCFC is taking a hit. Maybe now this their championship hangover. Orlando's at 42. Columbus is at 40. New England at 38. And Cincy at 38. So New England and Cincy tied for the last playoff spot. I think the Revolution are probably going to get it if I had to make a guess. Miami's 2 back. They're still in it. Atlanta is 5 back. That's a little bit worrisome. And then Charlotte and Columbus or Chicago are each 6 back. And DC's just done. They have 26 points. In the West, LAFC is going to run away with the 1 seed, like how Philly's running away with the 1 seed in the East. LAFC has the second best goal differential lead at plus 27 behind Philly. Austin is right there in second with 51. I think they're safe. The 3 seed's still up in the air. We have a couple contenders for it. Dallas is 46 points. Nashville 45. Minnesota 44. Real Salt Lake and Portland each with 42. So that is 3 through 7 and 4 points separate them. So there's a little bit of parity in the West. The Galaxy are 3 back of Portland for 7th. Seattle 6 back. And then the rest of Vancouver is 8 back. Colorado 9 back. Kansas City and San Jose are each 12 back, and Houston is 13 back. So, and by the way, the 1 seed gets a bye, so the Union are going to get a bye, and LAFC is going to get a bye. And 2 through 7 plays in round 1. So this is the same format as the NFL, pretty much. because but I don't know, like, if they do it by reseeding or whatnot. I think they do reseeding, but could be mistaken. So we'll keep an eye on this, and we have some games on Wednesday we'll preview and pick on Wednesday's show. All right, now we'll move on to the U.S. Open. We'll recap the weekend's action and look ahead to today's fourth round action. We'll start with the men's. Friday, third round, 1 seed Daniil Medvedev over Yibing Wu in 3 sets. 13 seed Nick Kyrgios over J.J. Wolf in 3 sets. 12 seed Pablo Carreño Busta over 18 seed Alex de Minaur in 4 sets. Corentin Moutet over Pedro Chassin in 4 sets. 27 seed Karen Khachanov over Jack Draper in 3 sets and a walkover. 5 seed Casper Ruud over 29 seed Tommy Paul in 5 sets. 13 seed Matteo Berrettini over Andy Murray in 4 sets. Alejandro Davidovich Fokina over Daniel Galan in 4 sets. And then third round from Saturday, 11 seed Jannik Sinner over Brandon Nakashima in 4 sets. 2 seed Rafael Nadal over Richard Gasquet in 3 sets. 15 seed Marin Cilic over 20 seed Dan Evans in 4 sets. Ilya Ivashka over 26 seed Lorenzo Musetti in 4 sets. 22 seed Francis Tiafoe over 14 seed Diego Schwartzman in 3 sets. That was impressive. 3 seed Carlos Alcaraz over Jenson Brooksby in 3 sets. 9 seed Andrei Rublev over 19 seed Denis Shapovalov in 5 sets. And 7 seed Cam Norrie over 28 seed Holger Rune in 3 sets. Sunday, 4th round Sweet 16 results. 23 seed Nick Kyrgios upsets 1 seed Daniil Medvedev in 4 sets. 27 seed Karen Khachanov over 12 seed Pablo Carreño Busta in 5 sets. 5 seed Casper Ruud over Corentin Moutet in 4 sets. And 13 seed Matteo Berrettini over Alejandro Davidovich Fokina in 5 sets. Round of 16 today, 4 matches. First up at 11 o'clock, you have 7 seed Cam Norrie and 9 seed Andrei Rublev. We have time to do betting on the show for this now. Norrie's minus 146, Rublev is plus 124. I'm going to go to set betting, and the pick is going to be Norrie 3-2, 4-1. 115, 22 seed Francis Tiafoe and 2 seed Rafael Nadal. Nadal's minus 610, Tiafoe's plus 440. But for set betting, Nadal 3-0 plus 120 feels like free money. So I'm going to go with Nadal 3-0 plus 120. 330, you have Ilya Ivashka and 11 seed Jannik Sinner. Sinner's minus 375, Ivashka's plus 310. Go to set betting, I'm going to go with Sinner 3-0 plus 155. And at 8:15 tonight, you have 15 seed Marin Cilic and 3 seed Carlos Alcaraz. Alcaraz is minus 550, Cilic is 4-1. For this one, I'm going to go Alcaraz 3-1 plus 240. All right, women's, we'll recap the weekend and look ahead to today. Friday, 3rd round. 17 seed Caroline Garcia over Bianca Andreescu in 2 sets. Alja Tomljanovic over Serena Williams in a 3-set classic, as Serena has an emotional final moment here in the 3rd round. Ludmila Samsonova over Alexandra Krunic in 2 sets. 29 seed Allison Risk over Ziyu Wang in 3 sets. 12 seed Coco Gauff over 20 seed Madison Keys in 2 sets. Next up, Sui Zhang over Rebecca Marino in 2 sets. ATT Veronica Kudermetova over Dalma Goffiel in 2 sets. Golfy, not Goffiel. And 5 seed Ons Jabeur over 31 seed Shelby Rogers in 3 sets. Saturday, 3rd round. 19 seed Danielle Collins over Elias Cornet in 2 sets. Julie Niemeyer over Quinn Zhang in 2 sets. 6 seed Arena Sabalenka over Clara Burrell in 2 sets. 1 seed Iga Swiatek over Lauren Davis in 2 sets. 22 seed Carolina Pliskova over 13 seed Belinda Bencic in 3 sets. 26 seed Victoria Azarenka over Petra Martic in 3 sets. 8 seed Jessica Pegula over Yue Yuan in 3 sets. And 21 seed Petra Kvitova over 9 seed Gabriela Magruska in 3 sets. Sunday, round of 16, 5 seed Ons Jabeur over 18 seed Veronica Kudermetova in 2 sets. Alja Tomjevic over Ludmila Samsonova in 2 sets. 12 seed Coco Gauff over Sui Zhang in 2 sets. And 17 seed Caroline Garcia over 29 seed Allison Risk in 2 sets. Now, this latter half of round of 16. 12 o'clock this afternoon, 21 seed Petra Kvitova and 8 seed Jessica Pegula. Pegula is a -116 favorite. Kvitova is even money. I'm going to go Pegula 2-1, 3-1. I think this is going to be a great match. 1 o'clock, 1 seed Iga Swiatek and Julie Niemeyer. Iga Swiatek's -650. Julie Niemeyer's +490. So I'm going to go with something different. And I'm going to lay heavy juice on Iga Swiatek -128 for -5.5 on the game spread. 2:15, you have 26 seed Victoria Azarenka and 22 seed Carolina Pliskova. This is a pick of -110 each way. I'm going to go Pliskova -110. And 7 o'clock, you have 19 seed Danielle Collins and 6 seed Arena Sabalenka. Arena Sabalenka is -120. Danielle Collins is even money. But I'm going to go set betting, and I'm going to go Danielle Collins 2-1 at +310 to win this match. All right, now we'll recap NASCAR from the weekend. From Darlington, we'll start with Xfinity. And your winner was Noah Gragson. Coming in second was Sheldon Creed. Third was A.J. Allmendinger. Fourth, Justin Allgaier. Fifth, Kyle Larson. Sixth, Ty Gibbs. Seventh, Christopher Bell. Eighth, Josh Berry. Ninth, John Hunter Nemechek. 10th, Austin Hill. The rest: Sam Meyer, Landon Castle, Daniel Hemrick, Brandon Jones, Ross Chasen, Kyle Weatherman, Stephon Parsons, Ryan Sieg, Bailey Curry, Mason Massey, Jeremy Clements, Ryan Ellis, Kyle Sieg, Jeb Burton, David Starr, Josh Williams, Ryan Vargas, Myatt Snyder, Brandon Brown, Dawson Cram, Brennan Poole, J.J. Gilly, Joe Graff Jr., Riley Herbst, Ty Dillon, Chris Wright, Anthony Alfredo, and Tommy Joe Martins. And the Cup Series, you have a surprising winner of Darlington, Eric Jones. Coming in second, my pick of Denny Hamlin. Third, Tyler Riddick. Fourth, Joey Logano. Fifth, Christopher Bell. Sixth, Michael McDowell. Seventh, Brad Keselowski. Eighth, William Byron. Ninth, Bubba Wallace. 10th, Alec Bowman. The rest: Eric Almirola, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Cole Custer, Ty Gibbs, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez, Justin Haley, Ross Chasen, Harrison Burton, Ty Dillon, Daniel Hemrick, Corey LaJoie, Landon Castle, Chris Boucher, Chase Briscoe, Todd Gilliland, B.J. McClay, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Cody Ware, Kevin Harvick, J.J. Yeley, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Chase Elliott. All right, now I'm going to do my NFL kicker rankings. This was an easy list to put together. There's 31 kickers on the list because there's a certain team out there that doesn't have a kicker. Looking at you, the Dallas Cowboys. So, 31 kickers made the list this year because the Cowboys don't have a kicker on their roster right now. So, without further ado, here we go. 31, Cade York, Cleveland Browns. 30, Austin Seibert, Detroit Lions. 29, Rodrigo Blankenship, Indianapolis Colts. 28, Kaimi Fairbairn, Houston Texans. 27, Riley Patterson, Jacksonville Jaguars. 26, Jason Myers, Seattle Seahawks. 25, Matt Prater, Arizona Cardinals. 24, Randy Block, Tennessee Titans. 23, Mason Crosby, Green Bay Packers. 22, Brandon McManus, Denver Broncos. 21, Greg Joseph, Minnesota Vikings. 20, Jason Sanders, Miami Dolphins. 19, Cairo Santos, Chicago Bears. 18, Will Lutz, New Orleans Saints. 17, Greg Zuerlein, New York Jets. 16, Ryan Suckup, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 15, Graham Gano, New York Giants. 14, Tyler Bass, Buffalo Bills. 13, Dustin Hopkins, Los Angeles Chargers. 12, Nick Folk, New England Patriots. 11, Robbie Gould, San Francisco 49ers. 10, Zane Gonzalez, Carolina Panthers. 9, Evan McPherson, Cincinnati Bengals. 8, Harrison Butker, Kansas City Chiefs. 7, Jake Elliott, Philadelphia Eagles. 6, Joey Sly, Washington Commanders. 5, Young Ho Koo, Atlanta Falcons. 4, Matt Gay, Los Angeles Rams. 3, Chris Boswell, Pittsburgh Steelers. 2, Daniel Carlson, Las Vegas Raiders. And number 1, Justin Tucker, Baltimore Ravens. To me, there wasn't a doubt who was going to be number 1. Numbers 2 and 3 is debatable. And kickers between 4 all the way down to 9, I think you could argue in any order from 4 to 9. And then from 10 to even 12, Nick Folk, you could argue any order. So this kickers group is deep. I mean, there's kickers that I think are in decline, and Crosby and Bullock, who are down there, and Prater from Arizona, and Jason Myers. Those guys, that to me, are all kickers that have seen better days. So, interesting ranking list put together, obviously, and then punter rankings will be tomorrow's podcast, which is the last one of this player ranking series. All right, news and notes time. There's a lot that we have to get to from the weekend. We'll start with football. There were 43 NFL reps that came to Ohio State Notre Dame. The only teams that did not attend: Jets, Steelers, Texans, Chiefs, and Falcons. No limitations for Matt Stafford, as he'll be ready to go for Week 1 after offseason concerns about his elbow, according to Sean McDay. So that's good news. Also good to go for the Rams: Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson, after they suffered soft tissue injuries in camp. Jordan Poyer's expected to play on Thursday against the Rams too, as Sean McDermott says he'd be surprised if he doesn't play. Here's something really, really neat that happened over the weekend, as Friday night was Uvalde High School's first game since the tragic shooting at Robb Elementary School. And the final 2 plays were miraculous. And that was pretty cool to see. Lamar Jackson got an approved offer, as the Ravens have made a new proposal to Lamar after a self-imposed deadline. The Cowboys are signing Jason Peters. That is a good pickup for them to give them some depth after losing Tyron Smith. the Rams kept the locker for Odell, as the team is keeping the seat warm for him. Everyone and their mother was going nuts after that ending of last night's LSU Notre Dame game. LeBron, Jalen Ramsey. And that is not going to be the game of the year, because there's a lot of sloppiness in that game, which led to the excitement. In the FCS, Shedeur Sanders lit up Florida A&M as Deion's son, 323 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no picks. The local news roasts Iowa football as they remove the O's from the headline, which is was really funny. I-Wa Vic/Re. Because that's how bad they were. A Florida State player shades Brian Kelly as former Notre Dame lineman Dylan Gibbons trolls Brian Kelly on Twitter after the win on Sunday. Baseball. The San Francisco Giants want to keep Jack Peterson as the team has discussed a new deal with him. We'd love to have him back next year, they said. Austin Meadows talks mental health on Twitter on Friday afternoon, as he says mental health struggles keeping him off the field after a series of injuries and illness. Guardians pitcher Zach Plesac broke his hand on a play after giving up a home run as he was punching the mound. Brandon Belt's out for the season with season-ending knee surgery, and he hopes he'll continue his career. That's brutal for San Francisco. They're out of it anyway. Dodgers activate Blake Trinan from the 60-day injured list. Jake Reed DFA'd. So, good news for the Dodgers. They got some bullpen depth. Tony Gonsolin has encouraging MRI as they get good news as he will resume playing catch after the results. Max Scherzer left his start against the Nationals after 67 pitches as he had fatigue. Nick Castellanos to the injured list with an oblique injury. That's not good news for the Phillies as they're trying to clinch a playoff spot. Miguel Cabrera to the 10-day injured list with the bicep strain. That's not great for the Tigers. There was a brawl in the Twins-White Sox game, as the managers have a shoving match and the bench is cleared. And then there was an overturned hit by pitch, which led to a White Sox walk-off win. Dodgers fans taunted Fernando Tatis Jr. as fans threw an inflatable pill bottle labeled PED on the field against the Padres, which is ridiculous. Dylan Cease loses a no-hitter into the 9th inning with 1 out to go. Luis Arraez singled to rob Cease of history, as Cease is contending for the AL Cy Young now, as he might be the favorite with Verlander hurt and Cole not being Cole. The Braves played Narco for the Mets as they cranked it up on the Jumbotron as the Mets division lead is now 1. It was 1.5 after they lost to the Nats, and the Braves got cocky. Did that, and they still won. Andrew Benintendi to the injured list with a right wrist injury, and it turns out is that he broke his wrist. But a return this season is possible as he suffered a similar injury in college. Anthony Rizzo hopes to be back on Tuesday after having an epidural in his back. There was a bench clearing incident in the Yankees-Rays game yesterday, and the Yankees called on a controversial strike 3 call, which had Yandy Diaz furious. So that's going to go down as one of the luckier wins of the Yankee season, even in this slide that they're in right now. The Canucks extend JT Miller 7 years, $56 million, so he's going to be getting paid $8 million a year. So good on the Canucks for locking up JT Miller. U.S. women's national team defeated Nigeria 4-0. That's a good friendly win for the women's soccer team. Danilo Gallinari tears his ACL. So that is brutal news for the Celtics. Lonzo Ball doubtful to start the season as he is not expected to participate in training camp with the lingering pain from the January knee surgery. '76ers guard Korkmaz Furkan Korkmaz was allegedly attacked by Georgian players after the ejection of the international game, and the team threatens to leave the tournament. That's crazy. And we're going to see a very interesting G League friendly matchup between 2023 draft prospects Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson, who a lot of teams are going to be tanking for, especially for Victor Wembanyama. Everyone and their mother loves this kid. Everyone thinks he's going to be the next big thing. He's probably the best draft prospect we're going to have since, in theory, Luka Doncic. So these two teams are going to be facing off potentially in October, as the Metropolitans 92 will take off between the face off between the G League Ignite. So keep an eye out for that. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Some interesting stuff, to say the least, that I could go with. But I'm going to go super out of the box for my best bet. And I'm going to go with the tennis match. And I'm going to go in bets as well. The best tennis player left in this tournament is Rafael Nadal. And he's only even money. Or no, he's higher than even money. He's plus 120. That's even better to win 3-0. I think that's a no-brainer. So I'm going to lay a half unit on Nadal 3-0 against Francis Tiafoe as my best bet of the day. All right, that's it for today's show. We will talk about everything tomorrow regarding the U.S. Open and Major League Baseball. We'll recap Georgia Tech Clemson. I have punter rankings for you. Massachusetts primaries. We may have a couple more primaries as well. And news and notes and best bet, and maybe one more activity we shall see. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.